Hey guys, today we're gonna try to get the exhaust pipes finished on this 84 C10. Been a project this summer getting it cleaned up. Let's try to get it up in the air. See if I can show you guys how this sets up on this hoist I got. The hoist is an Atlas 9,000 pound. Seems to do the job pretty well. It's kind of tricky getting this truck on it, where you can hit the leaf spring shackles and in the frame on the front. So the first thing you'll see, we gotta move it ahead quite a bit. I just kind of park it like that so I can get in and out of it. I was driving it back and forth to work this week. Give you guys a little interior shot. It's pretty clean. It's all there. It needs obviously some stuff, but oh, dash needs a cover. Passenger side's a lot better. I believe this was, from my understanding, a one-owner truck. Shows 14,882. We'll see underneath of it. It's pretty clean, but I would guess 114, given the condition. I mean, the seat's pretty good. It's super sun faded, but it sat out in farm truck in western Nebraska all of its life. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna get that door open here. Go over that door setup too we got done when I put this lift in this summer. Alright, let's see what she wants to do this morning. We'll give her a couple bumps. One more. So I try to shoot this thing about as center as I can from the front and the back here. Probably go right about there. Makes it a little difficult to get out, but beats crawling around on the floor. So far happy with this lift. Sneak out of here. Here's the old exhaust pipe. I only had one left on it when I got this truck, so I cut that off. And the stock muffler, which is gone already, but let's see, get this thing up in the air. I'll show you the muffler I got. This thing should be set up because I had this on here last weekend. I don't think it got moved. Yeah, that's pretty close. I tried to get right up on here on this body mount here with avoiding brake cable. So we'll try that. Might have to slide this one in a little bit. And I had the 2-inch adapter on it. Back one looks like it's got the 4-inch, a little taller. I gotta hit that leaf spring shackle there, which that's still, let's see if we can That's still kind of right underneath there, so we'll see what that looks like. Get it up a little further. See that muffler for now too. This front here. That's real close too, so must have got it parked about the same as I did this weekend. It worked out really nice. Yeah, let's go back a little further. Try to hit just the leaf spring there and go up a little bit. That one's going to come back a little bit. Looks good. That one. Oh, that was just the locks for the arm here that clicked into place. That looks good. We'll miss our rocker there with that 2-inch adapter. That one cleared the brake cable, so keep that there. Get around here, check the other side. Go in a little bit here. That looks good. Alright, let's lay the razor up. Might end up shutting this door because it's gloomy October, 50 degrees outside, I think. Alright. Looks like it is that one came up real close right on that. It looked like it's so this probably needed to come back. Looks like it's probably resting up in here a little bit, or it should be back a little bit further this way, but it looks okay. I could touch up that white underneath there. I got some rattle can paint. There's some dirt. I gotta get that out too. Got some rattle can paint. I painted this. It's dirty obviously, but let's go. Let's check this other side out one more time just to see if that's hitting too. Yeah, see, I got the truck over a little bit too far to the right, so that's probably the problem. It's not centered. Give it the bounce test here. Yeah, it's good. I'm not so cautious around this thing because I've worked in shops and used hoists before. This is the first one I've had in my own place, but it's the first place I've had with tall enough ceilings. This is a 12-foot ceiling. I think the hoist said it was 11.6. It looks like about 4 inches up there. That's about it. No. Get her down on the stops. Looks good. All right. get some light. Oh, let's see. Hopefully this comes out all right. See where I kind of had some overspray, and I was touching up some stuff in the wheel well there just to make it look a little nicer. It was pretty much all just dried, and not really any rust coming through. I got some, maybe the oil pan I think is leaking. It had a horrible valve cover leak when I got it, and it just was the whole side, the whole motor needs power washed, but it's okay for now. It doesn't leave too bad of a drip. Over time you'll see a little bit there, but that's probably 2-3 weeks of just sitting, coming and going. So it's a 350. It's a good wrench. Target motor has been replaced. I think it was a 305 originally. There is another, I don't remember that being there. What is going on up there? Can't see what that's from. Going around the backside here. It's just the oil pan right now, I think, from the looks of it. It's a little crusty. Oh. None of that's hooked up on the exhaust there, and you got to figure out if I'm going to keep that on there or how to get one of those deleted pieces so you can get rid of all that. It's not hooked up anyways, but the valve is still in there. I believe, and you might correct me if I'm wrong, but it's supposed to have a 700 R4 in it. I'm not really an expert on identifying transmissions, but definitely is a 4-speed. From what I could tell, it's got the overdrive, I can tell by driving it. So I'm guessing that's right, but shift's good. Got a Wix on there. You can see more of that. Where's this valve cover? I got this, and I was trying to figure out if I was going to replace the valve cover gaskets, and the bolts weren't even tight. They were finger tight, so I just tightened them up, and it doesn't look like there's abundance of new oil from. I just think it's that oil pan gasket. It's a new drain plug, so that could be leaking too. Haven't changed the front shocks. We'll go over some of that stuff now, but I still just want to get this exhaust done. It sounds a lot better. When I got it, I had that one exhaust pipe, and the muffler I had on here before was different, but it was a 2.5 inch outlet. Down to like a 1 7/8, and it sounded terrible, and the muffler I didn't really like, so I got a Flowmaster, which is, can't read into that number, so let's see, 71226, 2.5 in and out. It's offset, which I got the offset because if I was going to use that little tailpipe, it was offset because there was, the originals had 2, but it was offset in, and I've got it kind of a big muffler for this truck, but if I had it propped up like that, it clears everything. I'm just going to keep it like that because I'm not really concerned about what it looks like. I need to figure out where to go with this tailpipe now. My original plan was maybe just shoot it off the side of the pickup, but it looks like we got some stuff in the way, and that's not gonna work like I was hoping it would. I shortened this pipe to go back a little further towards the hanger there. Maybe. Let's see. Go back here. I would bring this back a little bit, and I could maybe shoot it straight under this cable. It would definitely hit the cable though. Or I might just make it turn down for now. I don't know. Not the prettiest setup, but we're not going for show truck here. Get that thing up there. Yeah, just a little two-wheel drive. Got rear shocks on it. I replaced this leaf spring. It was sagging really bad. This side was fine, so. And this fuel tank was leaking, so they only used the driver's side fuel tank, and one person drives it and full of fuel. This side just got all the weight, I think, is what happened. Oh, not a lot of rust. There's some flaking up there. It's just undercoating, I think. Really surprised. I bought this on an auction. I did spray some what do you call it, rust preventative stuff, just to we're up in there. I'm not really sure. I can't see any rust, but I might stop it if there's anything starting up there. We're going to sidetrack off this exhaust deal because I'm not really sure where I want to go with that. So let's just keep looking at the truck here. It's going to be my project for a little bit. Not sure what I want to do with it going forward. I see the cab mounts here. There's no rust there. Either side, really. It's got factory paint and undercoating on it. So yeah, it was way western Nebraska, over by Sydney area, which I believe it's not a lot of salt and stuff on the roads like there is here in Iowa. Grease zerk on this, a couple of them. I might grease this drive shaft. Haven't done that. Haven't done much mechanical to this truck, really. Checked the rear end fluid. It's in there. I'm just gonna leave that for now. I've had to top off the transmission fluid a couple of times over the summer. About half a quart each, so I don't know if it's not dripping, but it looks okay. Yeah, the only rust was on the cab corners and the box side over here, which I have patched, painted. Wish I could have recorded that, but I didn't really think I wanted to do much videos. I get my junk out of the way here. So yeah, I put the hoist on this side of the garage. I got a 3-stall, but a little tight. I got plenty of room between the wheel and the wall if I ever had to pull axles or anything like that. It wouldn't be a problem. It's just getting around this thing. I didn't want to put it in the middle of the garage and limit my room on this side and that side, because this side, the way that they built the wall there is for a closet. And they did when they remodeled and built this garage. I haven't been here just a couple years, so I bought it this way. So, but not a big deal. Wife parks there, I park here, and we work over here, so not a big deal. I might play around with, I got fittings, because I'm not really sure what I want to do with this thing, and probably not the right sizes for that inlet outlet deal. ID/OD on the muffler here. It's always a problem. Yeah, it's the same. And I don't have a way to stretch that, so I don't want to butt weld it because I'm not a good welder. The 90's the same. This is just mocking this up here. This is a 45. If I go, let's see if we can see it better. The 90 might get us around here. Go down maybe. Let me grab that one. Could go inside that pipe with this one. This is a 2.5 ID and OD adapter. If anybody cares for part numbers, we'll go up here. Get that. Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna clear that without coming real close to the edge and welding that. But then, if it shoots out there, I'm pretty much coming straight out here, which isn't gonna look what I want. I was kind of wanting maybe in front of the rear wheel. But since that's not gonna work, I might just scrap this whole idea and get a tailpipe made up. Come out where it should have back here. I don't even know if I'm gonna use a dump down, if I should or not. I'm gonna use that 45. Just clamp, maybe I can clamp this as a turn down just to get it. I don't know if it would pull fumes away. Going down like that, that would help, rather than sitting up here and it's far enough away from the cab, I'm not too worried about it. But if I turn it down, just out of the way for now, I might just do that. Just clamp that on there. If I have that mess there is too small, need a bigger clamp. So if you haven't gathered, I'm not an expert on all this stuff, but I sell parts for a living and kind of know what I'm doing somewhat. Just looking through my fittings here and seeing what I got. So a lot of this was for that other tailpipe. Like I said, it was just different adapters. I wanted to have options, so I'm going to bring these back, send those back. I got a chrome tip here, which is a silver line. Just leave that there because I'm not sure if I'm even going to use that thing. But I am go through what I got here. No clamps. Corn dog. Kids trash. Okay, so I don't have any clamps. Thought I had a couple. Ooh, there's a couple on that first exhaust. That muffler I was going to use. Crudely welded, and that's a 2.5, so let's buzz that off. I did a lot of this when the box was off. I was just trying to practice with welding, and I'm gonna waste a couple bucks worth of pipe, and it kind of worked. Yeah, it was just a horrible sound. So I got I'm gonna turn this air compressor on for a little bit. I'll be right back. Try to get this one-handed. Let's see. Alright, so I'll just get this clamped on for now so I have something just shooting it down. Maybe out of the underneath of the truck here. And we'll just snug this up. Try not to bend the muffler side too bad. I'm gonna put you down for a sec. Alright, so we got that started. I'll just buzz that on there quick and move on to something else. Yeah, I think what I want to do is just get a pipe made eventually. It's getting real close to winter and I'm probably not going to drive this thing, so I might wait till next spring. Figure something else out I can do to this thing this morning. Not the quietest compressor in the world, but it's little and mobile. 30-gallon. That works for what I do a little bit. In here, taking tires off and whatever else. I might try to get that. Do I have grease? I think I ran out of grease last time I used this thing. She's empty. We're not doing well today, so I don't think I have any grease. But this, I was gonna use this to take the valve cover off because I have some lifter noise on that side. And I was just gonna try to snug up those rocker arms about a quarter turn and see if that does anything. Let's let it down a little bit. So this one, I don't have a single point release. It's got these, which it was my mistake because I didn't know it was like this. But for the money, I would have just got the other one. It was $300 difference. So to make myself feel better and save $300, but you got to walk underneath the car and release the lock. So bring it up off the stop, and I'll release the far side first and get out of the way and release this side just to be safe. And I'll get the hood open up and we'll figure out something else. So maybe look at, doesn't really need anything. It runs, drives, everything's perfect. air conditioner even works. I didn't have to really do anything. I just had to tighten up a line and charge it. And it's held all summer. I'll leave it on there in case we want to go back up and we'll have to mess with that again. This hood popped here quick. I'm sure I'm tall enough. Nope, not that one. Those are brakes. Where are you? There we go. Another inside of that seat, which was wore through. But if you see the fadedness of this seat, that's pretty sun-faded. I got the headliner and seat belts out right now because it was not very nice. I wanted to get the headliner covered or cover it myself with something, and I had some ideas, but I cannot find all the material I wanted. So for now, I might just button up everything without the headliner in. So I've got the back right there in the corner out of the way. But plan was maybe take the seat out, find a cover for it, put carpet in it, because the carpet isn't terrible, but it's, you can probably can't see it very well. It's thin, I guess I'd call it. It's wore out. Could be replaced, but it's, I mean, I don't mind it right now. I've just been driving it. Rear sliding window. It's a Silverado package. If you can't see that. I put a new windshield in it. The chrome here. Reused the gasket because it's actually pretty good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's dirty. Oil spots on it. Let's get this thing open. It does have some hail damage. Just on the hood though. Not really concerned about it. I've buffed on it a lot. You can see where the paint's coming through. It's a little patina-like. And there's some on the box sides and stuff too, which I don't know if I want to buff. I thought about buffing through, but it's pretty nice right now. You can see in there, if you can see that, there's some black showing through. It's really thin. So I thought about buffing that through, getting a patina look. Should be kind of nice. Get my light back here that I left on, so it'll die soon. Yeah, just the AC was hooked up. It was leaking. This fitting right there was loose. So I tightened that up and charged it, and it's held ever since. No, here, let's take a look at this guy here. Let's see if we can get you in there. I'm assuming it's got almost everything for a 84 Silverado C10, because yeah, it just say 4-speed on here too. Auxiliary fuel tank, tilt wheel, rally wheels, power steering. It's got the radio, AM, FM. Air conditioning down on the left there. Transmission oil cooler. Sliding rear window, extra capacity. Yep. So yeah, it was the fully loaded option back in the day. And there's that motor. So yeah, I haven't really done much in here. He's cleaned up. I've got a Holly Sniper at work that I'm eyeballing. I'm kind of watching reviews and stuff on that right now. I don't know if I want to pull the trigger right before winter and get that put in over the winter, or just wait till the spring, and that way I can just drive it and not fight the weather and stuff. I wanted to do. I want to take that valve cover off, but let's see if I want to get that valve cover out of there. I have to clear the AC line, which shouldn't be a problem if I can take off the vacuum elbow there, go up that side and back. See if I can show you guys the sound to make it on here. I'll see if you can hear it. It's actually not very loud right now, so I'm wondering if it already quieted up with that seafoam. Oh, there it is. If you can hear that, I think it's definitely that driver's side. Now, well, that's got me wondering what side it is now. I'm kind of thinking maybe, since I don't really know, maybe I should just open them both up. Because what I was thinking was, if I get that Holly Sniper, we could take all this stuff off, valve covers, intake, get a new air cleaner and replace all that. Could tighten up those, or so I don't. Yeah, I'd be willing to try that. Give them a quarter turn, because if I had different valve covers and got rid of all this junk, intake, it'd be way easier to take the valve covers off again. Get a little further into it if I have to, but it's not horrible. It gets quieter as you drive it and warm it up. But yeah, I just ran a half a bottle of seafoam in the oil. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna keep that in there. Probably the rest while I drive it the rest of this fall here, and we'll change it after that. And I also I got 1030 in here, I think, and I think I'm gonna put some Rotella in it when I do change it too. See if that helps. But it's got power. It doesn't really, just some ticking. That's it. So we might switch over. I kind of bummed about that tailpipe deal. Maybe I'll take this out and we'll go for a little spin and figure out what I want to do today, because I don't really want to dig too far into that exhaust. I hate working on exhaust. 4-door pickup. I had my wife's Traverse on here too. That was super easy. They have lift points underneath. You don't really have to look for the frame or leaf spring shackles and such. On the newer cars, it's like they just put the lifting points there, so it's super easy and stable. You don't have to worry. But I would definitely happy with this Atlas lift here. It does the job. Let's get this thing out and go for a little spin. Yeah, like I said, AC, heater works. Get that over a little bit. Radio's good. We won't play that. Yeah, my visors are out, so get that plugged back in hopefully this afternoon. We'll go for a little ride. Yeah, the one other thing I was doing to this in between wanting to do that exhaust and the difficult stuff is adjusting the TV cable, which I've never messed with, but it didn't shift very good. So it shifted. I'll see if I can pick it up on camera. I got it adjusted a little bit, but I don't think it's perfect yet. I don't think it's too loose, so I'm not too worried about damaging anything like the horror stories online I'd say, but it shifted super early, and that's overdrive right there. Pick this up. So it shifted. That wasn't so bad. It shifted about 10, but I've no acceleration there. We're still in second. There shifted into third, about 25. I'm gonna get on it and see what it actually shifts at. There, I got on it, shifted at 30, so that's it's probably closer now than after adjusting that a little bit. Get on it going this way. Well, that's not. I'm wondering if it's that or if it's slipping from second to third, because it feels like the gap between second and third is not existent. It just second and bogs down to third, and it drives me nuts. Car behind me, otherwise I do it right here. Stopped. Alright, let's see what we can. Yeah, so that's doesn't feel right. Try that. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know, because that was perfect there, but I was on it a little more. So I'm assuming it's adjusted close enough. What I did was I actually just bumped it tighter, a couple notches. Just a couple clicks, because I was trying to fine tune it. A little better, because it was close, but I don't think it's perfect right now, but I'll see if I can get a 2-to-1 downshift. I haven't checked that either before we go back and work on this interior. I just thought of that too. Well, tell me how close I am if I can get that downshift. But yeah, my first video, and I'm doing this kind of to show my daughter. My daughter's wants to make YouTube videos and stuff like that, of course, but I watch all the car guys on YouTube every night, and she keeps telling me, why don't you just do your own? I mean, you know, like, well, I don't know why. There's not really an excuse why, so I'm just gonna do it. Maybe that'll motivate her to do one too, you know, show her that she can do it. So I'm gonna kind of try to lead her into doing that, and if I get some views on here, perfect. But I also just want to kind of document some stuff. Just, you know, I might won't keep cars forever, so be a good reminder. Kind of when I get rid of it, look back on it, because I've had cars where I don't have very many pictures or videos, and kind of wish I did, or wish I didn't. See, there's a shift in the third. This bog's way down, but I wish I had some of them cars back. But yeah, see if I can get this. Make sure they're 1 to 2 downshift. Oh, there goes my spare tire. That didn't sound too good. It just doesn't. The shift points aren't firm, so I don't really know. It's hard for me to tell, like, just by sound. I can't feel it, or sound if it's actually when it's shifting in a second. Get out of the way here so I can try this again. Country. Second, because it's so quick. I'm sure the transmission's not perfect, but I'll try this a little slower. I can feel it. Got on it there just to see how it felt. Felt good. I mean, I don't think it's shifted too late. That TV cable is, I haven't got it figured out, because the throttle position and all that stuff, it's so variable that it's probably simple, but I'm just overthinking it. But I don't know. For now, I think it's safe to leave it as it is. It shifts. I don't get on it like that. That's probably just the second or third time I've ever gotten on it. Like I said, I've only owned this truck for about 6 months. Just driving it casually. Seems everything's okay, but I don't want to blow it up either because of some underlying issues. So our turnaround is, we'll head back. We need to work on some of this interior. Move my pickup and get this thing thing in the center stall. We'll get that interior. We're gonna look at the interior and see what I got, if I can figure out how to put that back together. It's been a few months and I didn't mark anything, so we'll just kind of wing it. We'll see if we can get it put back in correctly.